Hello, everyone. My name is Sarafi, and I'm happy to meet you. And today I'm proud to go ahead and talk about my Battlin Boxer list, which I really enjoy playing. Battlin Boxers are a group of rank 4 and level 4 fire warrior monsters, and they focus on Xyz summoning, but even for the Zexal era, they were really slow, so a lot of people haven't messed with them too much since Alito came out. I wanted you guys to see that this deck can compete. So, the skill is Baryon Battlemorph number over 100. And what it does is it allows you to, on turn 2, if you have either number 105 or number 106 on your field, you can place one rank up magic Baryon's Force face down on your field from outside your deck, and you can also return all your banished number monsters and number monsters in your graveyard to the extra deck. So it kind of gives you some staying power with your numbers, and allows you to easily access Rank Up Magic Baryon's Force. The biggest benefit of this is that it allows you to play the Chaos Baryon cards without running Rank Up Magic Baryon's Force as a card, because that card is a huge brick. So, nice skill, nice ability. How do we use it? Battlin Boxer deck that I have is, of course, all level 4, so we have a bunch of rank 4 monsters in the extra deck. We have Battlin Boxer Lead Yoke, which is a rank 4 monster that requires 2 level 4 Battlin Boxer monsters. And if a Battlin Boxer monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can detach one Xyz material from this card instead of destroying one of those monsters. And if an Xyz material is detached from this card gains 800 attack points permanently. Great card. It ends up with 3,800 attack points as a rank 4, which is a huge benefit. We have number 105, Battlin Boxer Star Cestus. Requires 3 level 4 monsters. And during either player's battle step, if a Battlin Boxer monster you control battles an opponent's monster, you can attach one Xyz material from this card, negate the effects of the opponent's monster till the end of the turn. That monster you control cannot be destroyed by that battle. Also, your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from that battle. It's great. Use your momentum against your opponent and deliver a counterpunch perfectly in flavor for Alito. The card is pretty strong, but making it is the hard part, because 3 level 4s is pretty tough for any deck, but Battlin Boxers especially. We also have number 106, Giant Hand. This card requires 2 level 4 monsters, and during either player's turn when a monster effect is activated on your opponent's field, you can detach 2 materials from this card, target one effect monster your opponent controls, and then as long as Giant Hand is on the field, the monster's effects are negated and it cannot change its battle position. Solid option. Then we have the General Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, Abyss Dweller, and Malevolent Sin for tech options for rank 4. But the 2 cards that are interesting in this extra deck are number Chaos 106 Giant Red Hand, which, if it has a number monster as an Xyz material, once returned during either player's turn when a card or effect is activated on the field, detach a material from this card, and if you do, negate the effects of all other face-up cards currently on the field until the end of this turn. This effect is mandatory, and it will affect your own cards, so be careful with this card. But it's a lot of fun to just negate everything. And the other card, of course, is Chaos number 105, Battlin Boxer Comet Cestus. This card is similar to Utopia Ray V, in that you can detach a material to target one monster your opponent controls and destroy it, and then burn your opponent equal to half the destroyed monster's attack points. It also has an effect where when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, your opponent takes damage equal to a quarter of that monster's attack points. So it's slightly better than Utopia Ray Victory. They have the same attack points, but Utopia Ray Victory, of course, has the V Salamander support, so it makes it a little bit better in terms of the actual gameplay. All right, let's talk about the Battlin Boxers themselves. We have our good buddy Headgeared. When he's normal summon, you can send one Battlin Boxer monster from your deck to the graveyard, and once per turn, he cannot be destroyed by battle as long as he's in attack position. First effect is what we're looking for. We want to mill a card to the graveyard so that we can use our Battlin Boxer Spirits to revive it. We have 2 copies of Battlin Boxer Sparer. If you control a Battlin Boxer monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, but you have to skip your battle phase if you do that. Then we have our Battlin Boxer Switch Hitter. When this card is normal summon, you can target one Battlin Boxer monster in your graveyard, special summon that target, but you cannot special summon any other monsters except Battlin Boxers before or after you use this effect. Then we've got 3 copies of Battlin Boxer Veil. When you take any battle damage at all, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, gain life points equal to the damage you took. This card is extremely important for Battlin Boxers, as it allows them to try and set up a rank 4 play on the next turn. So, for example, if your Battlin Boxer Headgeared is attacked, Battlin Boxer Headgeared won't be destroyed. You might take a significant portion of damage, but as long as you don't die, Veil will come out. You'll now have 2 level 4s on the field, and you recover all those life points. So you can see the kind of the game plan that they meant for Battlin Boxers to have. It's just way too slow. The last Battlin Boxer monster we're running is Battlin Boxer Glassjaw. When this card is targeted for an attack, destroy this card. Really bad effect. Then when this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target one Battlin Boxer monster in your graveyard, except Glassjaw, and add it to your hand. So this is our best card to mill off of Headgeared. We send Glassjaw directly from our deck to the graveyard. Then if we have any other Battlin Boxer monsters in our graveyard, we can use Glassjaw's effect to return it to the hand. Also, Glassjaw being detached from Lead Yoke for its effect to prevent destruction also triggers this, interestingly enough. Detaching it as a cost won't, but detaching it for an effect will. We have Rhoda. Rhoda is just a good card for warriors. You'll usually use it to get either Switch Hitter or Headgear, depending on what turn it is. Then we have the quick play spell Xyz Import. Target one Xyz monster you control and one monster your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to it. Attach that opponent's monster to your monster as a material. Hard once per turn. So this card is extremely good with Lead Yoke in particular. Lead Yoke getting more materials means that it has more destruction protection and can gain more attack points. This can take Lead Yoke up to 4,600 attack points if the third material is detached. And Lead Yoke also has a lot of attack points, which usually means that Xyz Import will be live as long as you have Lead Yoke out. Battlin Boxer Spirits, as long as you have a Battlin Boxer monster in your graveyard, you can send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, then choose a Battlin Boxer monster in your graveyard, including the one you just sent to the graveyard from the top of your deck. Special summon it in defense position, hard once per turn. This is the way that you can make a simple rank 4 normal summon Headgeared, activate spirits. That gives you at least a 2-mat 4, which is sometimes enough, but you definitely want to see if you can go for 3. The last card we're playing is Xyz Block. When your opponent activates a monster effect, detach a material from a card you control, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that monster. This will trigger Lead Yoke, because Lead Yoke's effect activates whenever a card is detached from it. It will not trigger Glassjaw, because you're detaching for cost. You can tell that because it's happening before the semicolon. A counter trap that negates the activation of a monster effect and destroys it is fantastic. Obviously, the biggest benefit of counter traps is that they are not respondable to except by other counter traps. So this effect is extremely powerful. You should definitely not sleep on Xyz Block, and Battlin Boxers are probably one of the best archetype setup to use it. But you could also use this in Utopia. All right, so let's take a look at the replay that we've got for you guys. Again, playing at King of Games, because I'm already at King of Games, so you can see what a real meta deck will do to Battlin Boxers. All right, we're up against Blue Eyes. Good old Blue Eyes. And the Blue Eyes player is going first. They're on a win streak of 4. Melody to open, discard the Abyss Dragon. That's really good. Grab Blue Eyes and Alternative, then Special Summon Alternative. He doesn't have another tuner, so he has to waste his Effect Veiler, but Spirit Dragon is definitely better than just playing Alternative and doing nothing. Although losing the Effect Veiler is going to cost him a lot. No back row. Normal summon Headgeared, and we send our Glassjaw to the graveyard. Our opponent is going to immediately pop the Azure Eyes. Okay, and then we can Xyz summon. Our best play, since we have Xyz Import in our hand, is to make Lead Yoke in attack position and pass. Opponent is going to normal summon Blue Eyes, then play Vessel for the Dragon Cycle. He's playing Tenyi Blue Eyes. So he mills Shithana, adds Mapura, then he melodies, discarding Mapura to draw Alternative and white. And now he's going to skill for Monster Reborn. So if I target one of his Blue Eyes, the normal monsters, he can negate it and destroy the card. And if I destroy one of his Blue Eyes, then he can revive it and pop one of my cards on the field. All right, he goes into battle after activating the Abyss Dragon. and buffs all his monsters' attack points by 1,000. This makes it much harder to use Xyz Import. Remember that Azure Eyes Silver Dragon's effect lasts until the end of the next turn, so I cannot target Azure Eyes Silver Dragon with anything. He attacks me, I take 1,800 points of damage, I will activate Lead Yoke's effect, detach a material, take 1,800 points of damage, then I special summon Battlin Boxer Veil and recover the life points. He attacks again, Lead Yoke survives, and he can't destroy my Lead Yoke with his last monster because I gained too many attack points. Then I normal summon Switch Hitter, use its effect to revive Glassjaw, and then I special summon Spar for free. This will allow me to get 3 monsters on the field so that I can immediately Xyz summon into my number 105 Battlin Boxer Comet Cessus. However, I cannot go into the battle phase this turn. Now, at this time, I could activate my Bury and Battlemorph skill to get out Chaos number 105, destroy one of his monsters, and deal 2,000 damage to his life points. However, he has the 10E protection cards in his graveyard, so that's not the play. He will negate and destroy my monster if I try and target, and even if I could target and destroy, he will then just revive it and pop another card. I don't have any materials left on my Battlin Boxer Lead Yoke. I don't necessarily want to waste my Xyz Import just to get the extra destruction protection right now, so instead I pass my turn. My opponent immediately activates his next Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon and enters the battle phase. Now he's going to attack over Lead Yoke. He knows Lead Yoke does not have enough materials left to protect it from destruction. The monster is now buffed 1,000 extra attack points, so I cannot Xyz Import. I could have chained Xyz Import to the Abyss Dragon, but I chose not to. He attacks in, and I activate the effect of number 105. So I detach 1 material, and my Lead Yoke cannot be destroyed by that battle, and also my opponent takes the damage that I would have taken. He takes 1,200 points of damage, and at this point, since the battle phase has started, he can't stop anymore. He's lost. Whether he does it to himself or whether I do it to him. So I use up 2 more materials. He can't destroy my monster. He takes all of the damage, and he loses. And there you go. That's how Battlin Boxers slug it out. This is the power of Battlin Boxers. So if you guys get frustrated with all the powerhouse monsters running around, give this deck a try. It's a lot of fun. This is Serafi. I was thrilled to have you all with me.